privileged to be here in Maningrida in Arnhem Land in the Northern Territory with Dr. Melanie Matthews, who's one of our Rural Council members. I was very excited to be able to get the opportunity to fly in and spend a night here and learn about the Aboriginal Medical Service here, Mala'la. And the really tight-knit group of GPs and healthcare workers that are really making massive strides in community healthcare here. And as you can see from the scenery around here, it's just a magnificent place. And I'm here in the dry season, which is the best time of year. So I'm going to ask Melanie some questions about why she's here and what drew her and what might inspire you to come out and work in. So Melanie, can you tell us a bit about what brought you here?
So I got into Aboriginal health when I did my John Flynn placements back in medical school, and then was very lucky when the RACGP program was still running to come up to Maningrida and do a 3-month stint here from Melbourne, because that's where I was living at the time, and I just absolutely loved it. And so that actually got me into GP training. So I decided that I was going to be a GP, but I wanted to work in Aboriginal health. And so I did all my training up in East Arnhem Land, and then once I fellowed, I came back to Maningrida, and I've been here a couple of years now, and I just absolutely love it.
Wow. We hear time and time again the RACGP program's been very successful at converting interested interested junior doctors into GP medicine. I think that's another great success story. And how many doctors do you have here that you work with?
So we currently have equivalent of about 4.5 FTE, but we've got five doctors and a registrar, and we all have like sort of different work structures, I guess. So we've got one full-time GP who lives in community. We've got another full-time GP who does 4 days in Maningrida and 1 day in Darwin. Then myself and another GP who do 3 weeks on, 1 week off, and then another one who flies in just for 3 days every week, who lives in Darwin and flies in. So, you know, very flexible sort of work arrangements, which is really great. Yeah.
So tell me, what does living in Maningrida and working, what does that mean for you? What do you do in your off time?
In my off time? I'm not a camper and a fisherwoman, but that is a really big draw card for a lot of people here. So we've got a boat that's going out right now. Yeah, lots of camping and fishing opportunities, some really beautiful outstations and locals that are very willing to take you out, hunting, crabbing, that sort of thing. We've got a really good group of people that I work with, so we do have social events. Just last weekend we all came down to the beach and watched the sunset together, which was really lovely. So, you know, yes, we are in a remote community, so there, you know, we do have a cafe, which is great, that you can go down to on the weekend. But yeah, so there are things to do, and if you're an outdoorsy person, then it's incredible. Some of the best scenery in the country.
I have to say that there's sometimes the perception that if you're going to be a remote doctor, you have to be the superhero. There's a perception that you have to be able to, you know, do the cesarean, you know, in the middle of the night by yourself, you know, by candlelight. Or so tell me, you know, what do you need out here in terms of general practice?
Absolutely, do not do any cesareans by candlelight. So look, I'm no superhero. Okay, I'm definitely not. I just love the work that I do. For anyone who was thinking about it but was a little bit apprehensive, I mean, really all I think you need to do is, you know, do an ALS or a REST course to help you with some of the emergency stuff, but a lot of it you're going to learn on the job. I mean, yeah, there's some extra things that I do, like I've had the opportunity to learn to do ultrasounds and take x-rays, but that's something that Mala'la have provided for me. And I just think the breadth of medicine, yes, it's very broad, but it's really interesting, and you don't need to be able to do everything. We've got really experienced RANs. I'm always running things past the other GPs here. We have the DMO service, which are very experienced remote GPs in Darwin who you can call, and then we have CareFlight, who are similar to RFDS and the rest of the country, who are ICU and emergency physicians. If we've got someone really sick, we call them. We call for help, and they come as fast as they can, and they talk us through what we need to do in the meantime. So I'm not a superhero, but I really enjoy the breadth of the medicine that I experience here, and I think it's an absolute privilege to be able to do that.